So how was your weekend?
Wasn't that bad,
Did
actually.
you work?
Kind of not.
I kind of just watched TV all weekend and kept checking my phone to see what was new out of Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And we should talk about Comic-Con. Let's talk about Comic-Con.
Okay. Let's talk about Comic-Con.
Yeah, because there were a few trailers that came out.
Yes, there were, and I was
Um,
surprised at one of them. I was not expecting that.
All right, you watched all the ones that I sent you.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Hey, everybody. Welcome to You Have to Watch This Podcast. I'm Alan.
And I'm Ryan.
And today we're going to talk about some Comic-Con trailers.
Yes.
Because we were in San Diego, and I really wanted to be in San Diego.
Same here.
Like,
San Diego is nice this time of
I
year.
get to go to New York for one day and this year for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And that's going to be exciting. But
Yes.
because they just announced Mark Hamill's going to be there.
Is he going to be there the day you're going to be there?
Yeah, he extended it
Nice.
to 4 days. So
Nice.
I might spend all day in line getting his autograph because I guess this is the last time he's doing autographs at a con.
Yeah.
Because he's all for the legitimate autographs and hates that people are getting ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
So I might stand in line all day just to get his autograph,
Yeah.
shake his hand.
You should.
It'd be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not talking about New York. We're talking about San Diego.
Yes.
Roughly translates to a whale's vagina.
Okay, moving on.
So yeah, where do you want to start? We're going to talk about I think 4 trailers.
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
That's the one that I was not expecting.
Okay. Did you read the book?
I did not read the book.
Do
I
you
haven't had
want to?
time. Yes, I do.
I have it.
Okay.
I will lend it to you.
Okay.
Or do you have Audible,
Audible.
the audio podcast thing?
I could probably download it.
Yeah, for free. You can get.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by Audible, or what? The one podcast not sponsored by Audible, but if you sign up, you can get a free month.
Okay.
And
It's on there?
yeah,
Okay.
read by Will Wheaton,
Okay.
and it's fantastic.
Okay.
Because you had the same commute as me. So,
Yes.
But yeah, Ready Player One. I read the book last year.
Yeah.
And by read, I mean Will Wheaton read it to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see this being a movie. I don't know how the hell Spielberg's making this a movie. This does not seem like anything Spielberg's done.
I know, but it from what I know about the movie, I feel like it fits.
Yeah.
Because who better to make a movie that has all of these references from that time period but him?
Yeah.
Maybe a handful of other people, but
Well,
him.
see, it doesn't really seem like he's almost referencing himself.
Well, of course.
Like
He could. He's been behind
I can
so much.
I
that
can
he
see a
could.
lot of people, a lot of other directors tackling this and doing a great job too.
Mhm.
It's just weird that it's Spielberg, and I had such doubt about this movie until the trailer.
Well, just because it's a good trailer doesn't always
Well-
translate. But I do have to say that one thing that reading the comments that I do know about the book is that there's not a car chase in it.
Yeah, there's no car chase.
Yeah, there's not a car chase. But if they're trying to show the gaming culture or like the technological aspect of it, I feel like a race is a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, a car chase, like my wife and I talked about this a little bit. There's no car chase in the book, but there is like a race against time
Okay.
thing going on. Like, the main character is. How much do you know about the book? How much do you want to know?
I'm fine with
the whole
knowing
the whole
enough
thing
for you to
is the whole
explain.
thing is there. Everyone's trying to find these keys
Okay.
to unlock the rights to the the world, the Oasis.
Okay.
So you have these people who go out and look for follow these clues and try to solve these puzzles,
Yeah.
and that's what the main character does. But at the same time, there's this corporation who's trying to do it too,
Okay.
because they want to win it and charge everyone for the Oasis.
Yeah.
So it's like a race against the little guy. It's like a David and Goliath thing.
Okay.
So, like a race kind of makes sense. Like,
That explains the key
and
at the
there
end of
are
the trailer
like
for me.
it's like a
then.
mini game inside the
Okay.
thing too.
Yeah.
So it's probably just like a race.
Yeah.
But
And all of the people in the suits are probably part of the corporation to try to find it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody driving, I'm going to assume the person driving the monster truck, the time machine, and the Akira bike
Mm-hmm.
are just the normal gamers.
I would.
Do you know what I'm talking
yeah.
about? Yeah. Because at first I thought that was a light cycle, but then I saw it again.
It's Akira.
it's Akira, and that
I don't know what Akira is, but I saw online, hey, it's Akira.
yeah, it's
So-
I'm actually going to be purchasing that movie soon, so I'll
Okay.
have you watch it. It's basically it's the anime that started like America's
okay.
obsession with is with
Yeah, I
that
feel like
type
Chris
of
Nolan
movies.
wanted to do a live action of that.
There's been a lot of people who've been wanting to make a live action of Akira. The problem is that it's Akira, and you'll see that when you eventually see it.
So we putting that on the list.
We probably will.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for Ready Player One.
Yeah.
More so.
And
Than I
I'm trying
was.
to decide, was that Harley Quinn and Deathstroke he walked by?
Yes.
Because
Although
at first
the one
I thought that
the
was
one article
Deadpool, but
no, it was
that had to have been Deathstroke.
it was Deathstroke.
Yeah.
The one article I read named him as Deathstrike. I'm like, ha! Yeah. So pretty much anyone Warner Brothers has the rights to.
Yeah, which
And
is amazing.
I have after reading the book, I'm pretty sure they make references to things that Warner Brothers doesn't
Yeah.
own.
Mhm.
So part of me wonders if they worked around that and
Well-
used Warner Brother properties,
Yeah.
or if they made broker deals with
Made the
like
phone
Universal
calls. Yeah.
or whoever, Paramount. Like, hey,
Yeah.
we want to use this character.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that Iron Giant is in the trailer kind of shows me, oh, they kind of just swapped out Warner Brothers people.
Yeah.
So there won't be
Who
any
was the
Star
other
Wars
one?
references. Hmm?
Who was the other one that walked up beside him? Because he was standing there, Iron Giant came up, and there was
I
somebody that had like
Don't know. I meant to watch it. This
It looked like
morning, and I
swords and
forgot.
like pigtails or like ribbons or something. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you only see it for like a half a second anyway.
Yeah.
But still.
But
I'm excited for that.
I
really
am excited for that. I'm really hoping that they're at New York Comic Con too,
Mhm.
because my wife's like, yeah. So, but yeah, you should read Ready Player One.
Okay.
This has
Does
now
it-
been. You have to read this.
I know.
Moving on,
Okay.
since we're already talking about Warner Brothers,
hmm
Justice League.
Justice League, I'm excited for.
Yeah.
I am now. I can honestly say that I am excited for it now.
The best parts of that trailer were Alfred
Mhm.
and the Flash, and I don't like the Flash. like the Flash was one of the best parts,
Yeah.
but I just don't like him. Like
I-
something about him, I just don't like.
I don't know. I think it has to do with the fact that everybody's so used to the Flash that we've been seeing so
Yeah.
far, and now it's young. Like he's a young kid.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
And I do like the fact that he's not used to combat.
Mhm.
So he's
fell
like,
over.
I don't know what to
No.
do. I just push people.
Yeah.
Uh,
But honestly, if you think about it, with how fast he can go, that's really all he needs to do.
yeah, it really is. But yeah, Flash was fun. Aquaman looks badass.
I have to admit, I am coming around to that.
Yeah,
I am.
Get you better. I mean, like you don't get a choice now. Like that. That's Aquaman. Jason
Yeah, I
Momoa
know.
is Aquaman.
Yeah,
So,
I'll just forget all the past 40 years.
yeah. Did you ever watch that Warner Brothers pilot of Aquaman? It's as much jumping
No,
the
I
shark
haven't.
as Michael Phelps
better
racing the
off for it.
fucking
Okay,
thing. Wonder Woman looks badass, just like she did in the movie. I'm pretty sure Justice League picks up right after her movie.
It seems like it.
Because her movie ends. You didn't see Wonder Woman, right?
No, I haven't
Okay.
seen it.
The movie ends like the whole thing's a flashback.
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman ends with her going off to fight someone like,
Yeah.
in midair,
Mhm.
and then credits. And I'm pretty sure it picks like the robbery scene at the beginning there with the school. I'm pretty sure that's where she was going.
Okay.
So that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Is it true that this might be Affleck's second to last movie?
Depends on who
or-
you talk to.
Okay.
Rumor is that Warner Brothers wants him out.
Okay.
And he doesn't like from what he said at Comic-Con, he loves playing the part.
Yeah.
I would if they fire Ben Affleck, like fuck them. He's the best part of Batman v Superman. Like
Yeah.
I will stand by that.
Mhm.
He's the best part of Suicide Squad. Besides him and Killer Croc.
Yeah.
But, I really don't want to see him go, but they
Have they talked about a replacement yet?
they haven't, but the rumor is that they would address it in a future movie, and they kind of have their out.
Okay.
Since they announced at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
the Flash movie will be titled Flashpoint.
Interesting.
Do you know anything about Flashpoint?
Isn't that like a change in time? Like he does something in the past that changes
in
things?
Flashpoint, spoilers,
Yeah.
if you don't know comics, in Flashpoint, the Flash, part of the Flash's origin story is his mom was killed by the Reverse Flash
Yeah.
when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So in Flashpoint, he travels back in time and saves his mother and causes a ripple effect that changes the whole timeline.
Yeah.
So in this timeline, in Flashpoint, in that universe, in the alley, Bruce dies and his
Yeah.
parents live.
Okay.
So his dad becomes Batman.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say what happens to his mom because you should watch Flashpoint Paradox. But you get somebody like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who played his dad in Batman v Superman as Batman.
Mhm.
I'd be okay with that for a movie.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and when he fixes the timeline, that's how they started the New 52.
Yeah.
So that might be their way of doing it. Like maybe just a hard reboot of their rebooted universe.
Yeah.
Like I can see them doing that. Like just coming back from Flashpoint and having new actors and
Yeah.
everything. It would suck because you have people like Affleck who are great, and I think
Mhm.
Henry Cavill just hasn't had the material to do a good Superman. I think we're going to get that in this, though.
Yeah.
Even though he's not in the trailer. Who do you think Alfred was talking to at the end?
I don't know. I saw that, and it's been. Like I said, I saw it late last night, and I was like
Yeah.
half asleep.
Okay.
To be honest.
We're-
And
I think the majority of people think it's Superman. But going back to when they first started posting posters of like Jason Momoa as Aquaman,
yeah.
the tagline was "Unite the Seven," and right now we only have the
4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Superman.
There's 3 more.
Yeah.
Superman, Green Lantern. Was he part of the original bunch?
Who, Green Lantern?
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was part of the original bunch.
So, and they mentioned the lanterns in
Yeah.
the trailer, so maybe Green Lantern shows up.
And I'm hoping. I mean, hell, I'd be okay with, at this point, bring back Ryan Reynolds. I don't care.
No, they're not. For the Green Lantern Corps movie, it's going to be, they're going to do Hal Jordan, but they're also going to do Jon Stewart.
Okay.
I was like, what the hell is the name of the guy who did the Daily Show? It's too early.
It's too early for this.
But yeah, they're doing like a buddy cop movie in space.
Okay.
The shark man.
Speaking
I don't
of
care.
that, can we do Thor next?
I don't care. It's,
The Thor Ragnarok. After this one.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. I feel like after watching that trailer, I feel like they're trying to take the feeling and the look of the Guardians movies and
Yes.
pull it into the Thor movies because
Mhm.
I mean obviously they're going to connect.
Yeah.
And I really feel like they're trying to make the feel of like the Marvel like outer space, like the
Cosmic.
the cosmic feel to it all the same at this point because the feeling of the backgrounds, the colors, the look of it all reminded me of Guardians.
Yeah.
The other Thor movies hadn't.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're flipping everything to match
Well,
up
the
with
other Thor
Guardians.
movies, like you mostly just see Asgard.
Well, yeah.
Like Dark World, you see him go to other places, but
Mhm.
nowhere that's really inhabited.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that that's the route they're going. And I love the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
When they first started leaking images of Thor, like I was like, "Damn, this looks colorful."
And the fact that they have the Hulk actually speaking as the Hulk.
Well, there's a
in
reason
this.
for that. Evidently, in spoilers, but in Ragnarok, like when you see the Hulk for the first time,
Mhm.
he's been the Hulk for 2 years. He hasn't let Banner out
Oh,
since like
okay.
Age of Ultron. So 2 years has passed, and he's just been the Hulk. That's why
Okay.
he can talk.
So he's starting to
Yeah.
progress. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. 'Cause I'm happy about that. I really am.
My biggest complaint about that trailer, and it's not that, like, it is what it is. Not enough Goldblum. Like, I wanted more Jeff Goldblum in that trailer.
Who is he in it again?
He's the Taskmaster.
Okay, so how much is his character actually going to be in this movie? I mean,
well, he's
for
the
what his character is, how much importance does he hold in this?
I mean, he's in charge. It seems like he's in charge of that planet that they fight on, and that
Okay.
seems to be where most of the action takes place.
Okay, so hopefully he doesn't die in 5 minutes after that scene.
Yeah, I don't think they're.
Hopefully,
I don't think they'll kill Goldblum.
I hope not. That would break my
I
heart.
think
that would break my heart. It
yeah,
really would.
I think they have other plans for him,
They better.
just like they have other plans for the Collector.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's related to the Collector. So
Okay.
if you remember back to Guardians 1.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, Thor looks really good.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for.
The one thing that I found interesting though was that they had kind of an '80s kind of like an '80s vibe to it, to the feel of the trailer, because a lot of whenever they had names coming through, it was in neon, and it was the block,
Yeah.
and it was and it was wavy in the back, so it had the different sizes of font pretty much, just kind of flickering in the background.
Yeah, and I think that also has to do with the cosmic side because
Yeah.
Guardians does the 70s a lot. So
Mhm.
maybe Thor is embracing the 80s for some reason.
And to be perfectly honest, I'm fine with
Yeah.
that because I feel like characters that have to do with the cosmic side of Marvel, the way that they're doing it, I feel like having an 80s, 70s feel to it fits.
Yeah.
Because even though, I mean, yeah, the storyline, it has to be kind of taken seriously because it falls in everything else. But at the same time, I mean, this is magical powers they're talking
Yeah.
about. So there is some silliness to it. So I feel like having an 80s, 70s feel to it
Yeah.
fits and makes it a little bit more, for me anyway, it makes it a little bit more bearable in a way.
Yeah. One of the things I'm most looking forward to in this movie is Mark Ruffalo. Because in some of the in the clips of him as Banner,
Yeah.
on the plane, where are we?
Yeah.
What's going on? He's such a fish out of water.
Yeah.
And the scene where they go in to find Loki and he's sticking his head around the door, he's just like, what? He looks in awe of everything. And
Yeah.
it'll be the first time we see a grown human taken off of Earth and put into this world.
Yeah.
Unless you count Jane Foster in Dark World, but I'm not.
No.
Because that was Asgard, and Asgard
Yeah.
is whatever. But
Yeah.
the whole
Going to
everything
yeah.
we just talked about with
Yeah.
the cosmic side,
Mhm.
that'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anything? Did you hear anything else from the Marvel panel?
No, I haven't.
I wasn't surprised that we didn't get a Black Panther trailer because they just released one a few weeks ago.
I just realized that they didn't. They didn't.
They
do
showed
that, did
one.
They? Yeah,
they showed one,
but
and they
it was the
also
one
showed
that's
an
been out.
Infinity War trailer.
Yeah, which I heard that the biggest thing that I heard out of that. Now, granted, because of work, I've been even when I'm not at work, I'm attached to my phone with emails. The biggest thing that I heard about coming out of the Infinity War trailer is the fact that Captain America has a beard.
Yeah, well,
That's literally it.
They released the poster, and he has the beard. The poster's insane. They released it in
Yeah.
3 parts. It's part is Captain America, one has Iron Man, and the Guardians are in there, but
Yeah.
all the Avengers, and then the middle one's just Thanos standing there with the Infinity Gauntlet. It's going to be insane. We watched one of the leaked trailers, and it's going to be a long movie.
Well, of course. I mean,
They're saying at least 2.5 hours, probably.
Are they going to bring back the 5-minute, 15-minute intermission back into movies at
They
some
might.
point?
They might have to.
Like,
I don't know, but the other biggest news was, and I want to get your take on this, Captain Marvel.
yeah.
How much do you know about the character?
This is the one that we talked about was kind of Easter egged into Doctor Strange.
A little bit,
A
yeah.
little bit, we think.
Yeah.
All I know is that Captain Marvel's a she. She is blonde. She wears a one-piece black and yellow swimsuit. And that's about it. I may be thinking about the wrong person,
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah, I don't think it's black and yellow. It's more
Like black and gold.
red and blue.
Red and blue.
and
Okay.
gold.
That's the Captain America version. The other version is black and yellow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the only, honestly, and this is going to sound really bad and funny at the same time, the first time that I even had any reference to who Captain Marvel was a little clip out of an Ant-Man comic where I don't know if it was real or fake, but he's really small, sitting on a shower head, talking about how great it is that he is who he is,
Oh,
and then it
God.
pans back and he's staring at Captain Marvel taking a shower. That was my first reference to who Captain Marvel was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they announced last year that Brie Larson is playing Captain Marvel.
Okay.
They announced this year that the movie will take place in the 90s.
Okay. This is gonna
And-
be interesting.
And they're bringing back Nick Fury. So Samuel L. Jackson is going to have both of his eyes.
Nice.
So we might get to see how he gets the eye patch.
Okay, so what time of the 90s?
They
Because
haven't
if they're-
said. They
okay,
just said
because-
the 90s.
Okay, because
So-
if they're going to go 90s, like from my point of view, somebody who was born in the mid 80s and was like 10 years old in 95, my idea of like the 90s and it being the 90s is between like 94 and like 98, 97. Like
Yeah.
to me, that's like the stereotypical 90s, as in 1980 like 3 to like 1987, 1986 is like the stereotypical 80s.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that it's not like early 90s like they're doing with this X-Men Dark Phoenix. Like, no one cares about 1991. You know, the best thing that happened that year was I was born. So, and
They found the Titanic the year I was born. It was when they first found the Titanic after it sank, 1985. I just put it.
See,
out
I
there
think
now.
1985, all I think of is, we got to send you back to the future, Marty.
Well, okay. I mean, there's that too.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about movies, there's that. but
1985
I was also.
is very important to the space-time continuum.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Speaking of the 80s,
Yes.
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. I cannot wait for.
Oh
it.
my god!
This
I'm so
trailer
excited.
was perfect. I mean, for the year that they're going for, honestly, though, I think the scariest thing in that trailer was the Reagan Bush sign in the front, in the in the front yard of the house.
Yeah.
That was honestly the scariest thing for me. But I'll digress.
Yeah.
But still, it looks really good.
Yeah,
Like
I-
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna take the day off the day that comes out and just binge it.
And as soon as I heard, as soon as I confirmed in my own mind that was Vincent Price doing the thriller, as soon as I realized that, maybe like not even halfway through the trailer, I was like, that's it. The rest of the scenes could make no sense. They could flash back into now and have them be
Yeah.
adults and be this could be a trash trailer. But the fact that it's Vincent Price,
Yeah.
I'm good with this.
Yeah.
I want to see this now.
See, every time I hear
That was perfect.
Every time I hear Vincent Price, I just think of the Bill Hader Vincent Price sketch with Kristen Wiig doing Julie Garland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't like that. That
It's-
was used so well. Like
It
that was
was.
the best use of Michael Jackson
Mhm.
in years.
Yes. Well, I mean, it fits for the time period.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not just that, but from what they're showing in this trailer, they're getting to how it affected. Was it William?
Yeah, Will.
Will. They're showing how his time. I'm going to assume that the way he's acting is because of how long he was on the up for was it how long he was in the Upside Down
Yeah.
for, and I really can't wait to see that. I love the fact that they're bringing the school back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, we got to meet the teacher,
yes,
and
yes,
he
we
was
did.
very nice. Friend
He-
of the show.
Very
Don't know his name, but he was very nice. He was
Very.
even autographing paper plates, which is kind of cool.
Yes, yes,
So-
and I can't wait to and I can't wait to see this one because was it live audience is sneezing. I think, remember I asked him about it, and he was going on about he was definitely excited. I mean, granted, it's his work,
Yeah.
and he wants it to be successful for his career to continue, but he was very excited about the new season coming out.
Yeah, we went to Harrisburg Comic Con, and he was the only celebrity we went up to.
He was the only
Yes.
celebrity we knew.
Well, I knew a few of them because I watched Flash and Arrow.
True, but they weren't. I
Yeah.
mean, were they weren't they side characters or?
Not really.
One was
I mean, you had the Reverse Flash there. You had the Flash's mom there. You had
Yeah.
Ward from Shield.
Mm-hmm.
Sitwell from the MCU is kind of a side character. Real quick before we end this mini pod, I want to talk to you about the Legends of Tomorrow trailer.
The Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah. So I know you don't watch the show,
Okay.
but I kind of want to make you watch the trailer right now just so we can talk about the joke that they did at the end.
Okay.
So
Oh no! You sent me that.
Oh yeah, I did.
The Titanic, wasn't
Yeah.
there great food or something?
Yeah.
And then the actual actor who played the guy who
Yeah.
designed the ship goes, he should be shot. Whoever designed that should be shot.
I forgot I sent that to you. Yeah.
Oh, God,
So
I
Victor
love that.
Garber.
That was
yeah,
so
it
funny.
was the funniest damn thing. Like I haven't laughed that hard at a trailer since. Yes, I know him. He's my friend from work. Like that was hilarious. Like I
Yeah.
love that they make jokes like that.
Well, the thing is about whenever they can do things like that, it shows that the actors themselves can poke fun at themselves for characters that they've played. I really wish that more shows would embrace that. Like I remember, was it back when It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia first started airing? They were allowing fans to write in scripts, and if they thought that they were good enough, they would play them. I don't think they ever did,
Yeah.
but they still had that open. A friend of mine at the time wrote a script who I didn't read it, so I'm not entirely sure how good it was. But the overall theme I thought was funny, was that they were going to go to a costume party.
Okay.
And he wrote it for, was it DeVito? To play the Penguin. And the running joke throughout the episode would have been that that Danny DeVito either I can't really remember it that well, but it was either A, he didn't know who the Penguin was, or B, he thought he knew who the Penguin was, and he was self-conscious the entire time because he thought he was looking like a horrible penguin.
Yeah.
When everybody else is like going, "Oh my God, he's great," and
Yeah.
like all this other stuff. But I just thought I just think things like that should happen
Yeah.
more often. I
Like,
really do.
Adam West was great at that. Like,
Yeah.
The self-referential humor. Yeah, that's all I got for Comic-Con. I've decided my dream job is to work for IMDb and run cameras for Kevin Smith on the IMDb boat. Because A, I'd get to hang out with Kevin Smith all day,
Mm-hmm.
and B, I get to see like everyone who's at Comic-Con.
Oh, what did I see recently with Kevin Smith talking to somebody? Or he did something, or he's going to do... No. Spawn.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane is.
He's going to do another Spawn movie,
Yeah.
which I cannot wait
He's
for.
been wanting to do one for years, but he's wanted to do it himself.
And
it's gonna
I'm-
be-
And I'm so happy that
I've
he's
never
getting
seen the
chance.
original, so
you haven't seen it?
no, so-
I have it.
Okay, I think it's on Netflix.
It is.
I'll have to check that out.
Yes.
We'll add that to the list.
Yes, Spawn. It's the effects are dated a little
Yeah.
bit because it was made in like the,
The 90s.
early. Yeah, it was made in the 90s. But so I mean, the effects are kind of dated. But as like offbeat like comic book movies go, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, and I'm really excited about this. I
Yeah.
also watched the animated HBO series when that was on.
Okay.
Granted, I was really too young to watch that at the time, but still, it's.
Yeah.
I love the storyline.
Trying to think if there's any other news that came out of Comic-Con. Shazam is the next DC movie, and it won't have The Rock, which pisses me off. They
Yes.
cast The Rock as Black Adam, who's the Shazam's nemesis,
Yeah,
and they're not going to put him in the movie. So what was the point of casting him?
I don't know.
Like,
He's got other things going on.
I still
anyway.
think Shazam is a comedy, because the whole thing with Shazam is it's this kid who turns into this superhero.
Yeah.
So I think you need to cast a good, like one of the kids from Stranger Things
Mhm.
is the kid, and then for Shazam, John Cena.
Yes.
And
yes.
it just the
yes,
kid,
yes,
yeah,
yes, 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 yes,
Because
yes.
that I would watch the fuck out of that movie.
Because honestly, if that was made in the 90s or the 80s,
Mhm.
Shazam would have been Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
and the kid would have been Macaulay Culkin.
yeah.
Why didn't that happen?
I don't know.
I am mad now that did not happen.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin as a kid.
I'm still mad there
Turning
wasn't a
into
movie
Arnold
called
Schwarzenegger.
Shazam with Shaquille O'Neal. All right, everybody. You have to watch this podcast. I'm Alan,
And I'm Ryan.
and we'll see you next week. Hey, everybody. It's too early for this.
It is too early for this.
My Funko Pop fell over.
No. You just come back up. No, it's okay.
But yeah, jumping the shark, man.
I don't care.
Freeze me.
It's as much jumping the shark as Michael Phelps racing the fucking thing.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. live audience is sneezing.